So, at the age of 18, in my gap year, 3 weeks, I headed round Europe on a bit of an interrail trip. From the good, the bad, to the ugly, to the beautiful cities, to the people. Enjoy coming along on the adventure. Climbs up there. One level, that's a level, then me. Been learning some Italian with this little book, so I know some basic phrases now, which is good. Let's try. Buongiorno, sono vegetariana. Può aiutarmi per favore? I actually find it really hard to retain, because I've never learned it. Like Spanish I've learned a tiny bit, but never Italian. Fa freddo, fa caldo, como si Como si chiama? Como si chiama? Oh, vengo dall'Inghilterra. Parla inglesi? Parla inglesi? I think I'm going to be using that one a lot. Got my apple, got all my stuff hopefully. We're in Venice. Seeing as I arrived in the hostel before check-in time, I just left my luggage there, and I also took out my laptop just because the weight was too heavy. Now I've just got this bag and I'm so hot and sweaty. So it's 11 AM, which is a lot later than I actually wanted to start, but yeah, I think the hostel seems really nice from like first impressions. I really like it. It's got a really cool vibe. Kind of wish I was staying longer. They have a Twister tournament tomorrow and I love Twister. So I'm just gonna head back to the station and hopefully get a metro. Okay, so this is Daughter.
Hi!
And I just happened to go on this train and she came up.
I was so nervous about asking her if she was her. I'm still shaking.
We've just been having such a nice chat. Like I'm so glad that she came and said hello. Her English is amazing as well.
Thank you.
And she's like studying like children's literature. It's really cool.
I'm about to go to the lesson.
Lesson. Is there anything you want to say to anyone?
Hi, I don't know.
And Venice is true to the pictures, true to the videos you see. It is gorgeous. Touristy, but gorgeous. I've just been stood here for a second, just watching it. I don't know. I feel like I was really going quite fast-paced with my Google Maps through all the little like alleyways and stuff, but I just took a few minutes to just stand here and just calm, and it's so lovely actually. I was also shocked at just how many little bridges there are. So I basically just walked around Venice for the majority of this day and wandered around, got lost in the streets, admired the views, the narrow alleyways. I splashed out and got a vegan pizza at a place that my app Happy Cow found, and they had plugs to charge my phone, which was important. After a long time trying, I did find this vegan gelateria, which I've been looking for. Google Maps in Venice is an absolute struggle because the alleyways are so narrow and this one was really tucked away and the directions just did not work out. I found it. The best way to navigate Venice as well is by water boat. No point paying 80 euros for like a 10-minute gondola ride, but I got a day pass for the water taxi boat. That was such a nice way to see Venice by water, which I'd really recommend, but it also allowed me to just get to the stops I needed to. I headed to St. Mark's Square, which is kind of the more touristy place with like the basilica and museums. I also went inside and explored the basilica. Look at my haul. So I've got some salad stuff because I need to get more greens in me. Tomatoes, which were reduced. This is an actual treat. I've got some dates because I love them. Pasta, which is like 50 cents. Got some pasta sauce as well. And I'm gonna make the pasta for lunch tomorrow and put it in my pot. And for tonight, I've got some lentils, which was again 50 cents. And some chickpeas, again, like 40 cents. Got my haul here. I also managed to pick up some soy yogurts, which I'm really excited about, the Alpro ones. So I'll have those for breakfast, there's 2 of them. Now that I'm off of the island of Venice, it feels like such like a magic bubble. Like, did that place even exist? Just had a shower. Look. Venice, you're beautiful. This isn't even proper Venice. This is Venice Mestre or whatever it is. That's what the lighting's looking like. Ollie, what? So I just headed down here to the kitchen to make my dinner, okay? And these two came up to me and they actually recognised who I was, which was pretty crazy. Hi. So we've just been sat like eating dinner and basically made these friends. Yes. So we got 2 Americans. Jesse's from Sweden.
We're world travelers.
Oh, and we're all basically like 18 or 19, which is so rare to find like at hostel, like pretty much everyone our age.
Hi, Ellie. Interning on Europe.
Hi, me. With
Also
Ollie.
interning.
Yeah, doing the same thing.
I don't know what to say.
My name is Cade, I'm 18, I'm from Austin, Texas, and I have a gap year.
We're all in gap years actually. Like,
That's true, that's redundant.
Lenny, you haven't introduced yourself.
Yeah.
I'm Lenny. I'm from Minnesota. And
He's a really good skateboarder.
You heard it from him.
Fact.
In Italy for a month, so.
So basically, I've been convinced to book another night. So I'm booking another night in Venice. It's currently the next day.
Yeah,
It's currently
it's
like
currently
past
bedtime.
midnight. So I've booked my hostel in Rome, which is a bit annoying, but it wasn't too expensive. Like it's a relatively cheap hostel. So I'm gonna have another night here with these people, and then I'll have 2 nights in Rome, which I think is still enough. I'm currently just on the lift up to my room, but I'm so happy. I literally love these people. We've just been chatting in that lobby bit for like 6 hours. So I've just got my Alpro yogurts, which I'm just with Kate. Kate's just having the breakfast. How are you this morning, Kate?
I'm great. I'm ready for a day of adventure.
Love that. I'm just eating my breakfast with these guys. I'm just planning our trip out today. Yeah, it's like a
You're
weird...
supposed to spin around like a top.
Show us how it's done, Kate. I can remember sitting here thinking to myself, what a life. Like, what a life am I living? I'm in a hammock, a random hammock with some amazing people from all over the world. I'm in Venice, the weather's great, and I am happy. And then with my little squad of gap yearers, we headed to the station. Yeah, it's a little bit cozy. Bonding. We first went and explored the Jewish quarter, which was very interesting. And then with some new Australian friends that we met, we basically got a water boat to the island of Murano, which is an island famous for its sea glass blowing. So basically all the shops there sell like little glass figurines and stuff. We went to a glass blowing factory, we went to lots of shops, we explored the island. Currently just buying a cheeky snack. I've gone for some bananas and a baguette. His case, it's like 3 o'clock and we haven't even had lunch yet. So we're just having lunch in a very scenic location. Wait, what happened? You got a one? Good one. Look, this is all the budget lunches. Oh, are you okay to be on my film? Is that okay?
This is my 7 cents.
Love it. And Imogen kitted me out with a fork. I'm very grateful. We also got caught in a school rush, which was quite entertaining. We're just chilling, we're waiting for the others to buy glass.
We're just sitting here.
So we're now back in Venice from the little isle of Murano, and I think we're just gonna head back to Mestre, to the hostel, but we have to say goodbye to all our Australian friends. No. It was so spontaneous, the fact that we even met them. Cade just kind of like saw them in the street and was noticed that they were Australian, and I was like, oh, they speak English. And he was like, oh, do you have any plans today? And they were like, not really. And so they just came with us. And it's funny how like quickly you bond when you go out. So yeah, no.
Where are you guys staying?
Okay, so we've just gone to Despar on a bit of a haul. So Ollie is basically a pro chef and we're cooking up like a meal for all of us. What have I got? I'm contributing pasta sauce, and that's it. And then it's actually hilarious because these guys are just like carrying random vegetables.
Just walking around Venice with an eggplant.
Yeah. What have you got, Lenny? What are you contributing?
3 carrots and 2 zucchinis.
Nice.
Corsage. What do you call them?
A courgette.
That's the plot.
Well, basically, I don't know why I'm the one that's been left out, but they're all now swinging in the hammock.
This is just like the life.
I can cook.
Yeah.
Just walked into my room to see this. Oh my gosh. What? Today has been the best day so far. Like, I feel like I've got this little squad, and like while I'm with them I'm just having the best time, and I've literally not gone on my phone in like 2 days. I am leaving tomorrow, and so it's all like very temporary, and I think that's the nature of travel, but yeah. So Ollie, the actual pro, is chopping all our veg. And Eve and I just worked out how to use the laundry. Oh, and these guys are vegan, so like it just makes life amazing to cook. Although I tried to help, to be honest, I'm not much of a cook, so I kind of just let Ollie and Cade take the reins and be chefs.
This is the video. One scoop, you're done. Independent.
Oh, it smells good.
This was such a welcome meal, like honestly, it was amazing. The veg was all fresh, the company was so lovely. Oh, Jessie, you look amazing.
Yeah, delicious.
So we just met these lovely people. Wait, say a bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Sarah. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, the suburbs, and I'm backpacking Europe. I've been away from home for 2.5 years travelling.
Wow, love it. Yes.
I'm Shez, I'm from Pakistan, and I'm also backpacking through Europe.
Yes.
I've only been here 2 weeks, I think. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why I looked at you. You know.
Yo, my name is Matthew Reese. I'm originally from Texas, live in Berlin. I like to cook, I like wine, and these awesome people.
Okay, so we're just waiting for midnight. Ollie, how do you feel in your last few minutes of being 18?
It's open till 1 a.m.
Oh, this is like the worst angle ever.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday! Thanks for waiting. Good night.
Wait, how do you feel now that you're 19?
The same.
I have absolutely no idea how this began, but somehow we ended up doing palm reading. So Matthew was like a palm reading pro.
You're gonna have like 2 lovers.
Fucking it.
Like 2 like real lovers. Like.
He took everyone's hand and basically predicted things about your lifespan, your lovers, like how many lovers you'd have, random details of your life. It was very interesting, and some of it felt quite accurate, but it made for some very good 2 a.m. chats.
So they're just like hookups. Or
Yeah, you're gonna be a pimp.
No.
Straight up player. That's what this is what this says.
I feel really bad because everyone in my room is asleep and I'm having to have a shower because I'm leaving in the morning tomorrow. I don't want to have to shower in the morning, so I'm gonna shower now. But I have had the best time in Venice with these people. Like, it wasn't Venice, it was the people. And it's like transformed the way that I view like going to hostels and like meeting people. So most hostel beds do have a little light and a charger by your bed, and this one had quite a cute little area like dedicated for that. So I was top bunk, and I also have a little pouch which is like my sleeping pouch, and it just has an eye mask in and some earplugs, and when I pack and lock my stuff all away I would just take this little pouch out to my bed. Good morning! And then I had my luxury breakfast with my Alpro yogurts and banana. I just had breakfast with Cade and Ollie and Eve. Now I need to pack. I have half an hour before I need to check out, and my train is at 10:12, and then I'm off to Rome. I then headed to dreamy Rome. I had to get quite a few connections because it was cheaper. Okay, so I've worked out that I think I'm on the Salerno 1150. I'm looking cute again, all my stuff. I'm starting to look dead, and I'm getting spotty because my diet is just not as good. But yeah, life is good. It feels like I have a friend in my pocket. Like, I'm talking to you right now and it just feels like I'm not on my own. Like, I'm speaking to you right now, you're here. So on the train, saving some money, I sat and enjoyed the leftover dinner that Ollie made, which was just as good the second day. It was great. And then I made it to the hostel in Rome, and this was such a contrast to the big ones I'd been to. It was a tiny, family-run place. While they prepared my room, I settled in and watched some Netflix, and the guy's newborn baby was literally in there with me. Like, it was a very cool experience, I guess. This is fashion. Harem pants. Really dirty old jumper now. Wearing a little bag like this with 2 huge water bottles. And this is my bed. And this is the room. Let's go. So I went shopping and I bought some cheap snacks just because I snack all the time, and I got some 90-cent bread which ended up lasting me like a good week. I had this for breakfast a lot. I cannot recommend enough Rick Steves audio guides for all the places in Europe. I did his like Rome experience, explore the streets of Rome type thing, and it was like an audio tour, and it just took me round the streets and all the nice viewpoints and kind of gave me information. Also, clock that American woman using the fountain as like a drinking fountain. The Trevi fountain was a true sight to behold, despite the many tourists. And I loved watching all the street artists in Rome. They were so talented and so quick at work as well. The ruins were just incredible. And I also came across this really weird Pinocchio themed shop. It was kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I then also went and explored the Pantheon, which was incredible. So I'm now in the Pantheon and I made some friends in the queue, this lovely couple from Germany, so I've just like left them now, but whoa, the outside is impressive but the inside is equally impressive. Look. So I'm currently just walking back to the hostel. The sun is setting, like the sky is getting dark, and that's kind of a sign for me to get back. Like I really, unless I'm with other people, I just would rather not be out at night. That's personal choice because I know that you can be safe, but personally, safety comes first. I'm not taking risks, so I'm going back. It's quite awkward because this hostel has 4 keys, each for a different thing, whereas hostels normally have a key card. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna, oh, wrong one. Next one. I really don't think I realised how hot Rome was gonna be. So thankfully I've got one outfit which is like summery. This spot, but I'm gonna go cook my dinner. So they have a kitchen and I'm saving the money. So I've only spent like, I think €4 today on food, or €3 on food, and not a lot. I then went and cooked some dinner, which was luxury pasta and leftover sauce because I needed to use it up. And I also made extra for the next day's food just because that really does save a lot of money if you cook the lunch for the next day. And I watched a film while I ate that.
Are we in this video?
Jillian! Oh, we've just been chatting, like what time is it now? Like 11:30. I feel like we got to know each other very well in like the whatever time we were together.
Hours? Well, it's the Ischia wine.
Safe travels! And then with Brie, this lovely Kiwi girl I met, I basically spent the whole day with her and we went to the Vatican. This was my highlight of Rome. I loved it so much and I'd highly recommend paying to skip the queue. It was so worth paying €10 extra and not waiting outside for 4 hours. And again, instead of paying for the audio guide, I used Rick Steves' audio tour to the Vatican and it was perfect. I shared my earphones with Brie, so we just did it together. After the Sistine Chapel, we caught some vegan lunch, which was really nice. So we got our sandwiches. I'm so happy. Yes, I can't wait. I feel like I'm just dying, like low energy. And it's so good they have so many like vegan options. And we did also treat ourselves to some gelato because why not? We did also do the Colosseum, but I don't have any footage. And that night I spoke with the gals in my room for a long time. I didn't film anything while we were talking, but they were very lovely. The next day I had some of my 90-cent weird preservative bread with some jam. And the weather took a turn for the worst. It was very, very rainy. Yesterday I learned how to use this kettle. Here's my bread with jam and I've got bananas. Alas, I made myself some tea, I had my banana, basically just woke myself up. And then I headed to Florence. Got another train, hardly made the train. And I also bought this one tiny cookie because I felt really bad filling up my huge bottle in a cafe and not paying for anything. The cookie was vegan, by the way. I also left my neck pillow on a train, stupidly, so basically my jumper doubled up as a neck pillow, which did work. So I've just arrived in Florence and it is currently nearly 11 o'clock and I'm worried, guys. I am very worried. So I booked a hostel and it's rubbish, basically. The reviews are so bad, but I stupidly did not book a hostel for tonight because I just wanted to play it by ear with Rome and everything. So it's a Saturday, which is very busy, so there's no availability. So I had to book this place unless I wanted to pay over €100. So I'm praying that it's okay, but I don't have high hopes. And I'm here for one night, so Found it. Let's have a look. Okay. So we've just checked in, and the guy was nice. Like, seemed fine. Now I'm just heading out into Florence. Yeah. So most hostels have a check-in time of 2 to 3 p.m. So basically, if you come before that and you don't want to lug around your bag, you have to go to the hostel and like leave your bags with them. But sometimes they actually charge you extra for it. Sorry. So I'm just gonna go explore Florence as much as I can today. Walking is most definitely the best way to see a city. It is free, it's cheap, you know. I love walking without a proper purpose as well, because you often stumble upon things that you would never have stumbled upon, feel more like a local. So definitely walk if you're in a city. Weather's a bit manky, but location, A-star. Florence has such a magic, beautiful feel to it. I love the streets, the cobbles, the kind of typical Italy that you'd imagine. And the Piazza della Signoria was my favourite. I spent hours here doing research about all the statues and just loving learning more. The Fountain of Neptune was stunning. I love a bit of mythology, so all the Medusa stuff was really interesting. The rape of the Sabine women. Just turn the corner to see this. I'm honestly stunned. Like, I was not expecting to turn a corner and just see this. Like, it's mad. So I was still in awe of this building and just basically posed with it for ages. And then I actually headed to a library. There was this one library I really wanted to go to, and it did not disappoint. I just walked around here for ages and sat with myself and thought. And then I got some food, treated myself to a luscious meal, did some cheeky stationery browsing because why not? I then headed to the Piazza Michelangelo, which is like a big viewpoint. Not only is it starting to rain a lot more, this is very uphill. This is so worth the trek. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at Florence. Look how gorgeous Florence is. I look manky. Oh yes. I mean, I washed my hair yesterday, but free hair wash. So I'm absolutely soaking wet, but here's Florence. I'm at the Piazza di Michelangelo or whatever it is, and it was a bit of a trek to get up here. It was the other side of the river, but I'm here. I'm glad that this iPhone I have is water resistant because it is soaking. I kind of think it's beautiful seeing Florence in the rain. With Cade. Good one, Cade. I met Cade in Venice. And now he's here again. When I found out that Cade was also in Florence at the same time, it just seemed so stupid not to contact him and try and meet up. So we walked around together for a few hours, and he'd made a friend called Maxim who came, and he was lovely too.
What I do is I just write the question and then I do the work. And I work through the textbook. So if they have a proof done for me already, what I do is I'll still write it all out, because just reading the proof, you can't really understand it. You have to write it out. Cool. Yeah, Cade's going on to study maths at uni, so just keeping himself up to speed. Yeah, thanks Cade. Look at that! Maxim is getting the shots. No problem. Look at this amazing photo Maxim took. Very talented. So they've just walked me back to my hotel. Bye. Bye. It's so nice to see them though. It's nice to see you again. Yeah. Okay, so this is my room. It's not actually that bad. Here it is. But there's me. This is the shower, okay? And there's nothing to draw across. So if you want to have a shower, everyone will. There are also no plugs, like charging cables, which is really annoying. And no lockers, so you can't lock away your valuables, which is not good. Most dramatic shower I've ever had. So I've also established that the shower is like a hand grenade. The water's like everywhere. So yeah, my hair's a bit soaking now because it can't be trusted. You have to laugh just because it's such a crazy situation. I will not be coming here again. What is that sound? Sounds like someone's coming to watch me shower. I don't like it.
thank you guys so much for watching and getting to this point in the video. It means so much to me. These things take hours to edit, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.